Welcome to Dresden in the east of Germany. In this video we're going to tell you what and where to eat in this amazing city. From traditional and local stuff to the modern and trendy restaurants. And we'll include some vegan and vegetarian options because Tim is vegetarian, so he needs to eat as well. So we'll include that in this video and it's jam-packed, so I just want to start eating. Right, let's go. So I'm having a regional specialty, which is Saksische Sauerbraten. So the Sauerbraten is a beef that they marinate for like 12 to 24 hours in red wine and red wine vinegar. They add some herbs and everything. After marinating, they cook it for about 3 minutes each side. Then they put it in the oven for another 2 hours. So it's a long preparation, but it's supposed to be really special. They have it in the other side of Germany as well, where they make it with horse meat, but I'm actually okay with the beef. And they have some really nice knödel with it, which is like a bread mixture that they put together and then they cook it. And then this one is even cooked, fried a little bit as well. Looks amazing. And they have homemade red cabbage with a little bit of cinnamon in it. There's a lot of gravy and sauce. I'm talking a lot. I'm gonna dig in. First, the Sauerbraten. I love a good beef stew, of course, because this is almost like a stew the way it's marinated and stuff. But I don't know how sour it's going to be. Oh, this is really, really good. It's sour. It has this soury vibe to it, but it also has a little sweetness because of the sauce, the gravy, and the meat itself is really tender. This is really nice. You can really taste that it's been well prepared, that it's been given love for over that many hours. I'm gonna take in the knödel as well because the waiter actually told us that the knödel here is phenomenal. I'm actually going to put a link to this restaurant in the description box below. This is called the Kügelgenhaus in Dresden, Neustadt. Oh my god. Oh, this is also really good. It's breadish because it's bread, but it's crispy and it's gooey. And then the sauce with it, really, really nice. Let me quickly take a bite of the red cabbage with a little bit of cinnamon because they made it here in the restaurant, fresh. Oh, that hint of cinnamon. It's not a hint of cinnamon, it's cinnamon. It's amazing. It's warm. I was expecting it to be cold, but it's warm. I don't like red cabbage normally, but if I would have had... So Mom, if you're watching this, if you would have made red cabbage like this with cinnamon and everything, I love it. This is a really nice traditional dish. Because you'll see like modern dishes here, modern tips for restaurants here in Dresden in our video, but this is the stuff that if you want to have a regional specialty for the Saxon region, take this. You can get this at many restaurants, so you don't have to specifically go to this restaurant, but let me tell you the quality here. I'm gonna enjoy this. The menu also included some really great vegetarian options for Tim. He was super happy with what he got. So we're still at the same restaurant because they have an amazing regional dessert on their menu and it's called Quark Kügelchen. Quark. I'm butchering it. Tim told me how to say it, but I'm butchering it. Quark Kügelchen. Coil. I will just say it in English, which is like quark, like the quark. I don't know if you know quark in English actually, but anyway. It's quark, it's more like the, not yogurt, but it's a little bit yogurty, or Nala wants something as well. And it is a little bit with potato, but it's sweet of course, so it has a lot of dough and sweetness and fluffiness. Then you get some applesauce with it, and there are some raisins in it. Normally you would get 2. Nala's hungry, she wants something, I think. Normally you would get 2 of these for the portion, but because we've had so much food, they separated the 2, and Tim has 1 and I have 1. We both have a plate. They are such nice people here at this restaurant. I'm gonna dig in now because I always talk way too much when I'm excited about food. Ooh, it looks really nice and fluffy. I'm gonna put a little bit of applesauce on it. There's some whipped cream as well on my plate. I get the potato in it, which is like surprising because it looks a little bit like more like, is it going to be like a beignet or a donut dough? But it's definitely more dense, and it has a little bit of that potato vibe to it when you eat a mashed potato or something. But it then has some sweetness, but it's not overly sweet, which I love about this, because then the applesauce gives it the sweetness. It's really interesting, really nice. I was expecting like an overly sweet dessert, but it's not. And it is nice and airy, but also dense because of the potato. Does that make sense? I don't know. I'm enjoying this. Try this. Really nice.
So we love to discover bakeries all over the world, and Dresden, Germany is no exception. We found a local specialty which is called Eierschecke, and they have a Dresden version as well. They have also a version like all over Saxony, but this is the Dresden version without quark, but there's a lot of egg in there. That's why it's called Eierschecke, because Eier means eggs in German. So there's a lot of egg yolk. It's also egg white with sugar, like as a foam, and then mixed together, and then you get this. And there's also some raisins in there, I see, and there's some sugar on top. So let's go ahead. Oh, already feels really, really soft and fluffy. Oh, it smells amazing. Really nice and fluffy, really airy. I thought in the beginning it would be something similar like to cheesecake, but this is really different. Really nice. There is something from cheesecake to it, but it's really, really fluffy. So maybe it's, I don't know, maybe like something like the Japanese cheesecake, which is also like super fluffy. So maybe it's something similar. But this is really nice, and it's local, so love it.
We're always looking for the best ice cream in town, and we found the Saksische Eismanufaktur, which is like the Saxon ice cream maker, and their ice cream is not the cheapest in town, but it looks amazing. The flavors are amazing. We got lemon cheesecake, which is supposedly the favorite flavor of the tourists or the people here. Oh wow. Ooh. And there's like crust in it as well, which is still really crunchy, which is not soggy because of the ice cream. Oh, I love that. I also have dark chocolate. Wow. And I have popcorn caramel. Oh my. Oh, that dark chocolate is my favorite. The lemon cheesecake is super, super good, but the dark chocolate, it just does something when it comes on your tongue. So creamy, so, oh wow. I do love dark chocolate anyway, so popcorn caramel is the last one. Oh, that's really interesting. Oh, I love that. The caramel is overpowering a little bit, but the popcorn gives it a nice aftertaste. Really nice ice cream. It's quite a lot, 3 scoops, but €7.50 by the way for 3 scoops. But the flavors and the ice, it's so creamy. It's really, really good quality, and apparently made with Saxon recipe or Saxon milk or whatever. So yeah, that's nice.
So we are in restaurant Pulverturm in Dresden, Altstadt, so right at the big My Lady Church. And they have something really awesome and special. They have a whole menu for dogs. How awesome. We've never seen that before. All the travels we've had with Nana, this is the first time she has her own menu. And of course, she already ate everything and it was amazing. She loved it, so that was a big plus for this restaurant. And we're also now having a classic of this region, the Soljanka soup, which is like a kind of like a poor folk soup with all the leftovers, and the base is tomato and paprika. And it's a very common soup in the ex-Soviet states. So this part of Germany, of course, was also part of the Soviet Union until 1990 as a DDR. So they also have a lot of those traditions. So I'm going to try my first Soljanka ever. It's going to go. It's quite thick actually for a tomato-based soup. There's also a little cream in there, sour cream maybe, I don't know. Ooh, this is quite nice. Yeah, I read it on the menu. It's a sweet soup, but it's also sour soup, and you really taste that, but it's not too sour. It's a really nice balance. I think I've never had a soup like this before, and it's really good. I think it's also really nice and fresh for this time of year. Oh, awesome. So be careful, because I'm a vegetarian, but I think I see a lot of meat in there. I'm trying to kind of eat around it. I'm not that 100%, so if it happens, it happens. But if I can prevent it, I never eat meat. But yeah, if it's on my table, then I probably won't throw it away unless it's really not nice and I don't like it. But then Dennis can eat it maybe. Because I thought the soup would be without meat, because at least what I read is that it's normally without meat, because it's only like vegetable leftovers. So, but in this one there's meat. So, oops. But it's still nice, and I don't taste it in the soup itself. So, really awesome, really special.
So I'm also having a soup. This is the traditional regional Saxon potato soup. This one has sausages in it, and some cream and potato, of course, and some parsley. This one said on the menu that it had sausages, so I'm prepared, and I'm not a vegetarian. Tim was, as you've seen, surprised by the meat in his soup, but because it didn't say. Ooh, really nice. It's the potato soup, but it's really nicely spiced. And the sausage just gives it a really nice, almost wintry feel to it, I have to say. Because it's a very thick soup, very hearty. It's really nice. It's nicely balanced. It's not like in your face spicy or something. It's really nicely subtle potato flavor with spices, a lot of salt as well. I love the parsley in it. This is definitely a soup that I could eat more often. I also took a bite of Tim's soup. So if you are only here for a few days or something and you only have time for one soup, definitely go for the Soljanka, because that sweet and soury, it's almost like a gherkin kind of vibe. Really special. Definitely Soljanka number 1. This one number 2, because it's really nice as well. I'm enjoying this. We have a lot more restaurants for you coming up, but first a few quick tips, like this amazing handbrood, or the onion bread, which is to die for, or this poppy seed cake. They have them a lot all over this part of Germany. Then head over to Neustadt for the market hall to get your hands on the famous Dresdner Stollen, a really nice wintry Christmassy cake. Then head over to Bäckerei, which is a milk shop. They have dairy products all over, and get your hands on a glass of fresh milk. And the store itself looks beautiful as well. Then, for a nice lunch or dinner, go to Lila Soße at the Kunsthof Passage. There you can have traditional German cuisine with a modern twist, and it all comes in those really nice little jars. Are you craving some Japanese ramen? Then Umai at the big square in the Altstadt has you covered. And if you want some Dutch pancakes, then next door they have the real traditional Dutch pancakes. How fun. Before we go to our next restaurant, one last quick tip, Cinnamood. Go there if you love Cinnabuns. They have so many different flavors. They are juicy, gooey, moist, fluffy, and even crunchy on the outside. They are heaven.
So we are at Kügelgenhaus in Dresden in the Neustadt, so in the cool and hip but trendy area. And they have all vegan food with Asian style, in the Asian style, so it's all across the board, Vietnamese, Thai, Japanese also a little bit. And they have 20 different little dishes. Every dish costs the same price, so it's €6.90 per dish. I have 3. And I will start with the green rice tofu stick. So that it's crunchy green rice on the outside on the tofu stick. And there are 2 sauces on it. I think it was teriyaki sauce and the amazing looking homemade raspberry sauce. And it's also slightly hot. So it looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait to try this. My God, look at this. Really nice and crunchy. Oh my God, or the raspberry sauce. The hint of raspberry combined with the other flavors, there's a little sourness, there's sweetness. Amazing. And then the crunch of the rice flakes on the outside of the tofu. Wow, this is amazing. I've never had something like this before. This is amazing. So I also ordered rice cake. It looks nice. There's also mushrooms on there, shiitake and those kind of things. Oh, really amazing flavor with all the mushrooms. Really a lot of umami in there with the roasted onions. Really got, wow. Almost like a mini texture almost. Really great. Awesome. So one tip for dessert, go for the queen of banana. So there's banana with green rice flakes around it, crispy rice flakes. And there's a coconut sauce all over it. And even a few cashews, so let's dig in. It smells amazing already. You can smell the coconut. Oh, it's really thick coconut sauce. Coconut, banana, it goes really well together. And then with the crunchiness of the rice flakes, this is really amazing. I love this. This is an awesome dessert. So we also have a supermarket find for this video, which is called Russisch Brot, which means Russian bread. Because it's originally, the idea or the recipe comes from Russia, but a baker from Germany brought it back here to Dresden. Here it was the first place where it was sold, but it can now be bought all over Germany, but it's originally really from this area, from Dresden. And it's like a kind of very airy cookie. It's really, really light, so it almost weighs nothing. It's brownish, and going to taste it. I think I've never had it before. Really super crunchy. Like you can hear it in your ears, like, but really nice, light and airy, with a hint of caramel. It's also a little like, almost like a bitterness or something, and like a hint because of the caramel maybe. Oh, really nice snack. I like it. Try it. So we were just minding our own business and we bumped into a currywurst place that also has vegan currywurst. This is a smoked version even. And when I see currywurst, I have to have it. Even now that I'm vegetarian, I cannot eat it that often anymore. But I was lucky here, and actually in this area in the Neustadt, there is so much vegan places. Like almost everywhere you go, they have vegan and vegetarian options. Also, like at the ordinary places, you would not expect it maybe, but here it's everywhere. So for me, it's heaven. And I'm going to dig in because I love this, and this looks amazing. It looks like the classical shape of the tray and the fork, and how it looks exactly like a standard currywurst. So let's go. Definitely, if you're vegetarian or vegan, then this is amazing to try if you have never had currywurst before. The sauce is amazing, and also the smokiness of the sauce is really nice. I only miss like the pop of the original sausage, but otherwise great. Taste it. Try it.
Quick shout out to our hotel, the Mighty Twice, at the northern part of Neustadt, which had the best breakfast buffet that we have had in quite some time. So much choice, fresh German bread. Well, need I say more? So it's our last night in Dresden. So this is also the last dish for this video. And since Vietnamese food is huge in Germany, you'll see Vietnamese restaurants in Neustadt, Newtown, everywhere. We found Pho Mum and we are super happy that we went here. They have amazing vegetarian dishes. Tim is having something that looks really, really delicious. I had a starter, which was the angry chicken. Really nicely marinated chicken with peanut sauce. Oh, I love peanut sauce. So, and now I'm having the pho, the original pho that we had in Vietnam as well. So this is nice to close off with Vietnam here. The soup looks really nice. Oh, and by the way, get the Mum lemonade. It is amazing. It has ginger, it has cardamom, it has star anise. I'm talking way too much. So, ooh. Oh wow. This definitely takes me back to Vietnam, I have to say. Let me get some meat in here as well. My God, look at the slabs of meat. This is really nice. I'm having a good time. Anyway, this is the end of the video. I hope you got some really nice inspiration from when you visit Dresden. We had so much amazing food. I love trying the more traditional dishes, but we also had some iconic dishes like the Vietnamese stuff and everything that is not necessarily for Dresden, but it's nice to have some tips like that as well, right? Check out our other video on what to do in Dresden, but you can also check out our other German food videos or our Vietnamese food videos, because we went to Vietnam and had some amazing videos there. Subscribe to our channel right now if you want more STUFR, more us stuffing food all over the world, right? See you soon.